Hey there folks, RadZ-at-Han here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker! In the last part, we wrapped up Palika's stand for side quest. Now we're in Radz-at-Han, where, in theory, this should not be too bad, right? Obviously, so this little pile here is the role quest. We are ignoring those for now. And of course this over here is the relic. So, let's just start with Marid. A bond eternal. Such a precious trinket, yet its owner makes no effort to come and retrieve it. I do hope that this doesn't mean... Well, if it isn't the brave soul who protected us from the beast, and perfect timing no less, might I ask you a small favor? I'm looking for the owner of a missing item, you see. I was just cleaning up the shop when I found this unraveled woven band under the counter. My wife visited here the other day, and I'm quite certain it belongs to them. I was hoping to return it to its rightful owner, but they've not stopped by since. I fear the worst, but I'm holding out hope that they are well. I would search for them myself, but I cannot leave the shop unattended. Might you be so kind as to go in my stead? I believe the wife mentioned she was an alchemist in the High Crucible. For the life of me, I can't remember her name, though I do recall that she had long and striking red hair. Right. I think my sound is turned down. It was. This is what happens when you're trying to hunt and watch Netflix, is you turn your sound down so you're not blasting the game music at the same time. Anyway, check Crucible. We don't want you. Octopus, Ultros. Yeah, just we were at my reads when the final days came, but of it, forgive me, I still found it hard to remember that day. Man, I was wondering where he'd gone. Someone gave me this now. That's all I have to remember him by. Stubborn to the end, that one. He distracted the beast so I was able to flee, then went off to save the others. Radiant host found me later. They told me he was gone, with not even a corpse left to bury. To tell the truth, I have been at loss ever since. How do I carry on knowing he gave his life for mine? We had so many plans. What our home would look like, what our children's names would be. And now, nothing. Circle of woven thread he once slipped on my wrist, and the memory of how happy we were to share our lives with each other. So, I go on living because anything else would tarnish that memory. Forgive me my outburst. It's just all been so much. At least the Crucible has been keeping me busy. I think that's what I need right now. Okay, well, that was insanely easy. I think they were like, hey, you can search for her over here too. Apparently I just went right to her without even knowing. So let's just head back to Radz-at-Han. You know. We already finished this quest. Nice and easy. Welcome back. Were you able to track down the couple? I do hope they are safe. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. At least we were able to return the band as a memento for the women, small souls as that may be. That woven bracelet is a talisman of sorts. It creates a bond between gods and mortals. The higher the braiding, the stronger protection it offers from the fate most dreadful. In Radz-at-Han, it's a tradition to present one to your lover. Beseech the gods to offer divine protection to one for whom you care deeply. It seemed her husband's prayer was heard, though tragically at the cost of his own life. I imagine she will need time to heal, but I hope that she will visit again, that I may offer her what comfort and kindness I may. At any rate, I thank you for attending to this task for me. Get some pumps, okay? And yeah, so if you haven't been watching the side quest videos, I am not doing special voices for everybody because there's just too many people. Hello, Azarian Arcasadara. The pangs of hunger. You there, please take my coin purse and Radz-at-Han that you just came from. Buy all the apples you can. So hungry. No strength left. Oh, my stomach. Radz-at-Han. Okay. I guess this other one is down below. Of course there. Tidings from afar. Praise the 12, another adventure. I've been wandering around this goddamn city for hours. Was hired for some simple express deliveries in Ulda before realizing the destination was bloody Radz-at-Han. Simple my arse. After coming all this way, I still don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm at my wit's end and running out of time. These letters have a tight deadline. If I don't deliver them, I won't merely lose my job, I'll lose my head. Could I ask you to take these 2 missives to the High Crucible and House of Balak, respectively? I can manage the 3rd one on my own. Return and meet me here when the job's done, and I'll see you're duly compensated for your efforts. Right. Hello, daughter of House Balak. What business have you with the esteemed House Balak? Hello. Letter. An urgent letter? Let me see. Dear artist here. Well, at least we know now. Now know he is not out begging on the streets. Artist here is the youngest son of our house. I was upset he forsook blood and nation and tinker with soot-stained alembics, and thus he never wrote. He never even told us how we might contact him, so we've naturally been worried sick. Now he writes, is my new trading associate a father? Some merchant named Rowena? He says she can help us in our plight. A good topic for him to write about. He was always so recalcitrant about the family business. Perhaps he's homesick and trying to make amends? Nevertheless, we are delighted to hear from him. It's true that our country is in a precarious position, but I'm elated to know my brother is safe and happy in Eorzea. Thank you for delivering this letter. I shall share it with my sisters at once. Okay. Hi, Marie. I'm back again. Welcome to Marie's hand. What can something amiss? Oh. Look for the hungry? Oh, worry not. He has more than enough coin for a crate full of apples. Bring it to him with my blessing. I'll take what I'm owed and leave the rest. Pray return the remainder to him. You'll find the crate of apples and throw it in the hen. Oh no. Do I have to carry it? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No. 120 seconds. Successfully carry the crate to the designated location. Ugh, so dog fires. Have you the apples? People of Radz-at-Han are so kind. So kind. Many thanks, friend. You brought me so many apples, but I'm still too weak. Here's more. More. The trouble again to bring me some homsa eggs from Nilapalo Nourishments. Take my coin purse, I promise. I'll make it up to you. I'm going to deliver a letter. Hi, Isu. Oh, hi, Crucible of Alchemia, my friend. How might I be of service? What's that? A letter addressed to us. This is from Master Radz-at-Han. Lester heard he was doing field research in Eorzea. I do help also. Why, I can scarce believe it. If word of our plight reached him from across the sea, and he's arranged for a shipment of vital supplies we shipped from Rowena's House of Splendors. He would be thinking of us in these trying times, even as he doubtless is facing his own fair share of hardships. Truly, he is a great man. But forgive me, I must make arrangements to have the shipment picked up in Yedamada at once. Okay. That's that quest, and now I go cry because... delivery. But also, since it's right here, and I recently went through and did, like, all of the, Endwalker sightseeing log. Let's grab this. Now I know how to do it. Not mess up this jump. Darn it! I could have had that. Not mess it up. It messes it up. This is the easy one. Might be a little bit less screwed with boats. Yep, that is how you get this vista. Nilapalo nourishments. Hamsa were originally reared for the sole purpose of harvesting their venom until a breeder by the name of Nilapalo devised a technique to remove the creature's toxic glands. Birds suddenly became a viable source of tender, succulent meat, and before long, Hamsa dishes were considered a staple of Cornish culture. Alright. We won't talk about the other sightseeing log I need to do here. Welcome to New Lapella Nourishment. What can I do for you? Many eggs as this coin purse can buy. Well, you're in luck. I have quite a surplus today. She'll give you the extra so they won't cut away. Here you go. Here's a share of your friend's coin back. It would seem he's greatly overestimated the cost of eggs these days. I mean, I feel like that's almost a jab at the fact that eggs are so expensive. At least they were. I don't get much because I don't eat eggs. They're disgusting. I cook with them. Okay, that's it. Just go this way. I'll bake with eggs. But I won't eat eggs. You're back. Did you? Find the eggs. Ah, my favorite. The yolks just melts in your mouth. My stomach calms. My stamina returned. Thank you so much, friend. I've been attacked by a strange monster high up in the mountains. I was as fast as I could, tumbling through brush and tree boughs. Finally, I was put home. I was so exhausted I collapsed, laid awake again to the pangs of an empty stomach. I found I was too weak to get up. That just the curse of being so large. Here, Casadora. Oh god, the conflict's back. We are Casadora have great strength at our disposal, but once that strength is spent, it requires a veritable feast to replenish. We have whatever coin is left in my purse as a token of my gratitude. Oh gosh, that was terrible. You done me a great service this day. Okay, I'm fine. I'm not really, but I'm fine. Just delivered the last one. I've heard horrible rumors of ruinous punishments if you fail your tasks, like scrubbing grime from warehouse towels with a paintbrush and a plate. You really saved my skin, friend. I wanted to become an adventurer so badly, and she tempted me with this beautiful set of armor so that I could put it on credit and work off my debt. Before I knew it, I found myself playing errand girl to the House of Splendors. Oh, I don't fault her for it. An adventurer needs armor, after all. My word, if she isn't a shrewd one. Hey, Radz. Thanks for your help. Here, I'll give you half of the house's commission for the job. Take it. You've earned it. That is nothing. What house is there at youth? Another youth. Silk Scrub Babe. You're a friend of that red-headed Mikote lad, aren't you? I remember how bravely you fought for us. May I ask you a small favor? Oh, thank you. You see, my wife and I will soon be blessed with a child. It's a custom to have for the father to swallow the newborn in festive silk, but having been to market twice, I found myself at a loss for which would be the ideal choice. I am loath to impose, but I would be ever so honored if you can make the choice for us. And sooner rather than later, she's due any day now. Accompany me to Rubeda Fibers. And... or... Hungry hippo. I mean, Hamsa. He must be a substitute Hamsa keeper. Am I? Well, you're late. Feeding time was supposed to start bells ago, and a hungry Hamsa is a noisy Hamsa, as you can hear for yourself. What are you staying around for? Are you gonna leave these poor creatures to starve to death? Get to work. Chop, chop. Here you go. One large feed bag and one small. Hamsa of different stature have different diets, you see. And they're finicky eaters to boot. The smaller ones require only a simple mix of greens and grains. But our big boys also need a helping of silkworm pupa for extra protein. The foodstuffs are next to that wooden crate over there. Now get to it. There's the larger one. Oh gosh, I was actually supposed to pay attention. Alright. Smaller ones, greens and grain. Big boy... I'm assuming... large... no. Greens... wait. Also need. Okay, so the large is gonna be all three. larger. You get the large feedback. Let's see how it gets here. Hamsa flaps its wings and eyes that light up with gastronomic delight. Oh, you're in here. And here's a small bag. Oh, yeah, cutscene for this one. Hamsa flaps its wings and its eyes light up with gastronomic delight. Okay. I don't know why we cutscene for that, but sure. Whatever. Not ready. Perhaps you're not as hopeless as you look. But you better be on time for the next reader. What was your name again? Wait, Arya, wait, you don't mean that, Arya? The inventor who rescued Matsuya from the beasts? Most sincere apologies. I never imagined a hero like you would simply be walking amongst us and slopping the Hamsa to the sides. Heavens, my face must be so red right now. Anyhow, I thank you for a job well done. Here's your pay for today's work. Now, I best hunt down the real substitute Hamsa keeper. Yeah. Stop grabbing just any old regular Joe off the street. I've gotten this one. Yeah, I got this one. Okay. All my stuff is currently selling on the market. According to our tradition, the silk swaddling's color expresses the parents' wishes for how their child might grow. You're not down to 3, but your insight would be greatly appreciated. This lush green fabric represents a wish for a prosperous life, fulfilling not only in wealth, that is, but feasts and festivities and companionship as well. Who wouldn't want a life as rich as that? Our yellow swelling symbolizes a wish for wisdom. Intellect is prized among our people, and is said to be the color of Sindurva. Our child may become a respected advisor or alchemist. And yet, look at this vibrant red silk. It would express a wish for talent in the arts. Why, it would be lovely for a child where the girl to be a master artisan or performer. Hence my dilemma. I would want my child to be all of these, but I can only choose one color. What say you? What do you feel would be the ideal choice? Tricolor silks. Clever, I guess. Yellow for wisdom. I will have to ensure they receive the best education, but I might one day be a brilliant alchemist. Thank you, friend. I feel much more confident in the decision for having consulted with you. Bring the silk home to my wife today. I plan to visit Pux's Path once I finish up here. So kind as if meet me there later, that I might repay you for your kindness. Just back to where we were, which is easy enough. My wife was most pleased with the swaddling we chose, and I dare say it is even more auspicious that such a valiant hero as you helped us choose our child's future path. It was devastating when my wife was separated from me during the struggle, but your Mikote friend saved her in her delicate condition, no less. His actions gave my wife the strength to overcome her despair and return home to me. To us. Your friend spoke of a hero with the power to weave our strands of hope into a brighter future. That hero was you, was it not? We shall treasure the swaddling you chose for us as a family heirloom now and forever. My most sincere thanks for all you have given us. Alright. So only 3 quests left, right? I hope. Hasn't been terrible. All things considered. Oh, there's supposed to be more. It might be after you do the role quest though, which rough for me. Operation Ring Retrieval. You're the adventurer who followed up the blasphemies with us, yes? Oh, you couldn't have come along at a better time. Please do me one favor. Just act as if nothing is the matter. If you're gonna to make these wild accusations of me... Oh. back here. You best have some damn proof. I told you, I'd never seen your damn ring. Now I'll be on my way. How do you speak such lies? That ring was my most precious keepsake. Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that should do. Thank you. Arya, was it? If it would be too much of a bother, could I try to assist us in an investigation of sorts? As you may have observed, that young woman believes that her ring was stolen by the uncouth young man who just walks away. She has no physical evidence, and yet I can't help but believe that she is telling the truth. And so I hatched a plan. I would make a show of diffusing the argument and allow the man to walk freely away. Then I would have him follow, that we might glean some insight as to whether or not he committed the crime. That said, it would be far too conspicuous if I were to tail him all by myself. Let's say I pretend that I am showing, visitors to our fair city around the area. That way, I do believe we can approach him without arousing too much suspicion. Splendid! I cannot thank you enough. Let's follow that rather unpleasant fellow. I believe I saw him heading in the general direction of Yush. Okay, well... I'm gonna grab these other two quests before I follow, but... Gift of flowers. Wait, could it be? Yes, you're one of the heroes that helped fend off the beast for us. Oh, what an honor it is to actually speak with you. Remember me? Perhaps not. I was one of those you saved from the ravening horde. I begin to express my gratitude. You'll be happy to know that the little ones you helped to rescue are safe as well. So enamored are they with you and your friends that they decide to put together a few gifts for you. Might you take the time to visit them over on Pothos' behalf? They'd be even more thrilled to meet you than I. Alright, we have another quest over here, so... Shadowed Pass. Okay, here's the one I was thinking of. Shadowed Pass. Mistress Arya, you couldn't have appeared at a better time. See, while out patrolling the city, I chanced to sight a void sun. She immediately chased it down with the intent of eliminating it, but something about it struck me as odd. One, it made no move to defend itself, but simply sat there, giggling. Which is why, against my better judgment, decided to capture it instead. Having traveled to the void, I dare say you might have considerable knowledge of its denizens. If you have a moment, might I trouble you for your opinion on the creature's unusual behavior? Truly grateful. Now, if you will follow me, the creature is being held in the hollow of the radiant host. However, there's a hexing log, a rat over there, so let us hop over. I said hop over. Thank you. And we get a Mega Tuta. The Palace of the Sawtrap serves not only as a residence, but also as a center of Radz-at-Han's government, meaning Cloud Messenger in the old Radz-at-Han. Mega Duta was built at the summit of a rocky megalith, its great doors emitting an endless stream of servants, prisoners, and official visitors. Anyways, back to our shadowing, I guess. Very well then. Again, all I ask is you act as natural and inconspicuous as possible. Let's see what happens. So much for the vaunted radiant host. Didn't suspect a thing, did she? Well, with everyone's getting about like frightened little rats, these are fine times for those in my line of work. You see that object he's examining? It certainly appeared to be the stolen ring to me. Let's not reveal ourselves quite yet. Thinking like he will unwittingly lead us to his hideout. Here's the plan. I will pretend as if I'm giving you, a mere traveler, a tour of the city. Then we follow him without being too close, of course. The last thing we want is to blow our cover. Good. Everyone loves these quests. In this expansion, follow the anti-agnostic aura from a safe distance. Convenient boxes. This is hard, colorful, huh? what? Hi. Find whatever events we can and help that poor woman. Oh, we have to go here. Apparently. Oh. No, we go here. Turn this into good coin and treat myself to drinks. Streets are most colorful. Everyone loves these. I sure hope Dawntrail doesn't have these. Oh my god. If Dawntrail has these, I might scream. What? Do you seriously see me? Ah! I hate these so much! Oh, I guess he just does a second one there in case you had decided to do what I did. I must be wary. Yeah. Look at my pole. I'm hiding. Oh, you want to use this one, huh? Tree. Oh. No, we're just going there. Oh, it looks like trouble must be an accomplice. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen a ring of this make. An inlaid with exotic jade, no less. Yes, this should sell for good coin. Just as I suspected. He had the ring all along. Well, I dare say it's time we interrupted this little transaction. I trouble you to summon my subordinate for good measure. I will keep watch here to ensure that neither the man nor his accomplice escapes. Oh my god, it actually is like... Oh, look at the other person. How fares the investigation, friend? It's a rare jadeite ring, you say? That matches this young woman's testimony exactly. It would seem the culprit red-handed. At any rate, I will make for the scene of the crime at once. And do not worry, we will not trouble you for any further aid. I assure you, the Radiant host, I can want to handle a couple of common ruffians. Above all, is because of your efforts that this dear woman will unite with her precious keepsake before long. And my captain said, allow me to reward you for your kind deeds. So with that, I must be off. Okay, well, dive with you because after the past couple times where I was like, yeah, no, it's just not a, yeah. So I'm gonna go kill him. So anyway, with Dave dead, so, speaking of sightseeing things, this is where you start the other one. I suck at these little jumping things, so yeah. Marine told us not to talk to strangers. Really? Well, I'm Mrs. Tola's friend too. If she saw I was in trouble and fought off the monsters with her magic just to protect me, she's the most powerful mage in the whole wide world. Mr. Thancred is the best. He's strong and brave and gentle. I was so scared, but he saved me and carried me all the way back to my mama, just like a princess. Fine, they're both of us. Wait, miss, maybe you can help us. Do you think you can pick out what kind of flowers they like? We're making flower crowns. We want them to be really, really happy here and stay for a while. Will you help us? Pretty please? Okay. We got crimson, pink, and red. Go with pink. Their souls ardent. Do the petals. Souls ardent. Discrimination. Okay, so we'll take that for Ishtola. And a red hue. Okay. Wanna see if the color suitable for Ishtola, Miss Ishtola? Pink color's perfect. Will look good with her pretty black dress. My turn, my turn. Which flower you pick for Mr. Thancred? You chose the one that smells pretty. Yes, the color and scent are so grown up. I shall suit a gentleman like him. Thank you so much, miss. We're gonna have so much fun making crowns for them. There's a lot to do, so we'll see you around. Oh, can you tell Maureen that we'll be a little late? We're supposed to go back, be back at Bellico. You know, if I could make this jump, this jumping puzzle. I don't do the first jump anymore. Here you are. You don't say. It sounds as if you were of great help to the children. I think that such a hero would be so kind as to assist in our daily affairs. Not bear to think what would have happened to them were you not there to save them. It's because of you they have been given another chance at life. Flowers may be a small token, but this really means a lot to them. I'm sure your friends will understand that. And this is from me to thank you for all you've done. Take the red one, I guess. Anyway, the actual main quest line here, I guess. But I think this one was added as part of patches. I think. It was added on screen during patches. But we're here now, so the month till dawn trail. Here it is. Surprising docile even when I captured it, and there have been no reports of attacks prior to that. So it's the nature of Voidsent to prey on people for their ether. Perhaps it bides its time, waiting to carry out some manner of scheme. You! I remember you. Yes, you were at Troya. Yeah, so let's patches this 1.2 on. Please, you must help me. You were at the castle? Yeah, it was, but I've since fled here. I understand the world tongue well enough. I don't have a mouth to produce the sound. It's been a struggle to convey my thoughts. But not anymore. You can help me. Yes, you can. You can convert the Voidsent? Amazing. Could you ask why I came here? When you and yours stormed the castle, was caught up in the fighting and died. Time I returned, but I tired of fighting. So I fled, using a gate to your world. Having just been reborn, however, my essence hadn't fully bound together yet. And so, when I emerged from the gate, it was as several sundered selves. Frightened and confused, they scattered. Following the trail led me here, my diminutive size allowing me to remain largely unseen. But by the same token, I can do little more than sneak about. Each of us was weak and powerless. And that's why we consumed one another in the first place. Together we were strong. I want you to help me find all of me so I can be whole again. You should strike a bargain then. Yes, I would. To be whole and live in this world, I would strike 1,000 bargains. We still remember the past, see. Still remember when we were mortals. We long to have that life again, but we need your help, starting by reuniting us. We won't try to devour anyone, even when we're whole, I swear. You wish to learn more about the Void, yes. There is much we can teach you about those who rule its domains, about their past. Find the others, and they'll tell you all they know. No eating, no tricks. Do we have a bargain? So crossed over to our world to escape conflict and now switches for the rest of itself. I understand the Voidsent are quite reliable when it comes to fulfilling a pact. I dare say having one as an ally would benefit our research into their world. Very well. If you still has a search for its kin, I will consult my superiors on how best to deal with them. By that, I take it we have a bargain. Good, good. I've sent 4 others close by. When you find them, you need only point them in this direction. Once they sense my presence, I can guide them the rest of the way. Alright. It's up there, there. This is not a door. Right there. Oh, down by the airship too. There's one. A wayward cacti. What's that? I asked you to search for me and exchange for knowledge about powerful void scent? I'm still wanting to see this and that, but I suppose a deal is a deal. Those men over there, soldiers, are they not? We used to have soldiers in our world too. There were lots of them during the Contra Memoria. Back when Weaver's warding area. Here you fought well against the void scent that slipped through. Come now, I merely did my duty. Haven't we all sworn to protect our nation no matter the cost? Protect our nation. How familiar are those words? Where was it that I heard them? Yes, it was the early days of the Contra Memoria. The enemy had conjured a terrible eidolon that laid siege to a fortress. The garrison was made up of ordinary soldiers, men and women with no remarkable abilities. But by their valiant commander, they fought bravely and desperately. They had to last until the Memoria arrived, the commander told them. Needed to hold out no matter the cost. Memoria did eventually arrive, but not soon enough for the soldiers. Having struck down the eidolon, the Memoria and his servants searched the castle for survivors. They found only the dead. Just when they had given up all hope, a faint groaning reached their ears. They rushed over to the sound and cleared away debris. To find the lone survivor, the garrison commander. Instead of joy, however, the sight of the man filled them with anger. Your soldiers are slaughtered to a man, yet there's barely a scratch on you. What's the meaning of this? The eidolon was savage but mindless. It was a simple thing to hide myself beneath fallen debris. Hide. As commander, you had a duty to your men. You were supposed to put their lives before your own. Spare me. The duty was to ensure the fortress stood, and it did. Besides, my death would have achieved nothing. Honor be damned. No, I'm sworn to protect our nation, and to do that, I must live. It is not my fate to fall here. It isn't your fate, you say? Is he... merely unconscious? Come, let's bury the soldiers and their commander with them. Fate shall decide what becomes of him, whether he lives or dies. Very well, my lord. Funeral rites were later held for the fallen, but solemn tears quickly gave way to horrified screams as the body emerged from the earth. The commander. I can't die. I must die, the man is said to have declared. People thought him a demon, a disheveled horror, muttering curses as he wandered off to regions unknown. Scarmiglione, they called him, a name befitting the new-found grisly visage, a name befitting a monster. We thought we buried him deep, but the mortal's desire to live is not to be underestimated. You're immortal, so I expect you to understand that desire. Well, it concludes my tale. I best rejoin myself, if you'll excuse me. There's the wayward Hector. Ah, what a refreshing breeze. Amateurs for the others. Ah, they should come here. Would you look at this beautiful, boundless sky? Mortals take to the air from here, do they not? Would I have the wings to soar among the clouds myself? But we voidsen are not wont to roam, you see. The mighties among us carve out domains where the rest labor to stay in their good graces. The master of a domain seldom ventures outside, for it is in one's territory that one is strongest. For some, however, such confinement proved trying. And as was the case for a certain voidsen I knew. I speak of the free-spirited terror, Barbariccia. When she first established her domain, she whiled away the days waiting for her minions to bring her prey. The ether amassed from these offerings was devoted to the singular pleasure of caring for her silky, flowing locks. The resources of her domain were not without their limit. It was only when none remained to oppose her that she realized she was a prisoner in her own domain. Unless she broke free, she would inevitably wither away, alone. Not knowing what to do, she had fallen to the depths of despair when the hand of salvation came to pull her out. At this rate, my precious hair will frizzle, dazzle, and fray, had I only the strength to leave my domain. If strength is your desire, that is easily granted. Who are you? Ah, so much power surging through me! And what will you do with it? What is it you desire? What I desire is... You would move your very domain. Impressive. That I can do such a thing. What have you done to me? Granted you ether, nothing more. It was your will that made it possible. My will. Even so, no matter where you should go, there is not the darkness. What could your destination possibly be? Destination? I have no need of such. I wish to be free, like the wind. In a world that has met its end, rare indeed is the soul who desires freedom so ardently that she could will her very domain to move. Recognizing the quality, the knight would grant her more power in a place of command in his mighty army. A story worthy of our bargain, I trust. I might have had more to tell had I not fallen off her domain. Seems you mortals also have a fondness for flying. I'd really like to try riding one of these airships of yours. Perhaps another time. My other selves will be a blubbering mess if I don't hurry and rejoin them. I don't actually know. If I knew which one was Cagnazzo, I would go for it. I don't know which one between these is going to be Cagnazzo. There you are. So this is where mortals consume ether. Treading loneliness more than hunger. How very like me. If you don't mind, I'd like to observe the mortals while alone. Well, this is one of the for me too, anyway. The food here is simply sublime. Why I feel stronger with every bite, as if the Mirga themselves were granting me their blessing. Food is tasty is true enough, but no food is so sublime as to be substitute for proper training, my friend. Stronger with every bite, every feed. For my part of the bargain, I will tell you about how we voidsent become strong. Simply put, it depends on the quality and quantity of ether we harbor. When the world was consumed by darkness, the heroes known as Memorians arose as powerful voidsent. In contrast, the vast majority of mortals, powerless and unremarkable as they were, became ordinary voidsent, like me. There were exceptions, of course, but one in particular I'll never forget. Scarmiglione. Oh, is this just the first two? I guess it makes sense this was at point 2, because it would just be the first two, yeah. In Scarmiglione, never have I seen a voidsent so craven. Even when pushed to the brink of starvation, he would prey only on those weaker than himself. He subsisted on scant livings and lived in constant fear and hunger. In the face of danger, the voidsent stronger than himself, fleeing was the only option. But a day came when he found his way barred. How pitiful. I guess the iron was just Barbariccia's, like, origin. Such overwhelming ether. Who is this? You fled instead of facing your foe. Why? Why? I'm too weak. Why else? I would have been devoured. Though you had you enough strength, you would have stood your ground. Very well then. What's happening? Yes, I feel it. The power is swelling within me. Lo, your foe returns. What have you done to me? I granted you but a sliver of ether. It was with the power you already possessed that you defeated your foe. I possess such power? Fear has clouded your eyes, blinded you to the strength you had attained feeding on the weak. You would free yourself from fear, then join me. You shall have a greater cause to live and know true power. Curious how, in a world without death, fear of it could be the key to great strength. The knight recognized this, recognized the voidsent's potential, and thus did he take him into his service. Determined as he is to live, it wouldn't surprise me if he were still out there, somewhere out there. He'd be even more powerful now, I expect, from all the devouring he would have done since. Unlike your world, eating actually makes you stronger in ours. Well, I must be going now. The others are waiting. My other self grows lonely, you say. My apologies. It was my intent to seek out the others, but I was distracted by some bickering pair of mortals yonder. My goodness, there's been some colorful language. The hell's with your father? You shouldn't need his permission just to leave the goddamn house. Please mind your language. What would father say if he were to hear you? Ugh, it's always father this, father that with it. You, I'm sick of it. You're your own woman now. Bloody act like one for a change. Colorful language. Yes, not from the girl though. No, she appears to be quite well bred. I just hope she's happier than the girl I knew long, long ago. Definitely did Barbariccia's in reverse order. That girl was born into a family of thugs who suddenly found themselves nobility. She was raised as a noblewoman and had servants tending to her every need, but in the end she was merely a beautiful bird kept in a gilded cage. Wanting her to be a proper lady, her parents presided over all aspects of her life, did everything for her, telling her what to say and do. Chafing from the feathers of her restricted life, she solicited her handmaiden's aid and stole outside the manor, where she enjoyed a moment of bliss unbeknownst to her parents, or so she thought. Not long before her father dragged her back to her room, barring the door and windows, denying her even the simple pleasure of an afternoon breeze. Even a bird in a cage may chirp freely, but she wasn't even suffered to give voice to her desires. She wouldn't be deterred. Having once tasted sweet freedom, she yearned for more, and one day she succeeded sneaking out of the manor a second time. You're late. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. If you're expecting your friends, I'm afraid they're not coming. Father, what do you mean they're not coming? I had known that some miscreants were cavorting in these parts, but to think that they dare to consort with my daughter. Well, you needn't worry about them anymore. They're food for the fishes now. How could you do this, Father? Why must you torment me so? Know your place, girl. You're a means for our family to gain influence. I won't have you sullying yourself with riffraff. You will not leave your chamber save with my permission, nor will you disobey me again. If you do so, there will be severe consequences. Am I understood? I said, am I understood? To hell. What did you say? Said, go to hell. Arrgh. Oh, to think that it could be so exhilarating to speak my mind, to do as I please. No more living in a cage. From this moment on, I am free. Free as the wind. The young woman struck out on her own. In her travels discovered her true calling, not in the halls of the lords and ladies, but on the battlefield. Became a force of nature, famed for her striking beauty, which belied a terrible savagery. And with this new life, she also claimed a new name, Barbariccia. Indeed, she found her freedom, but did she also find happiness, I wonder? Those I'll never know, nor does it matter, for the world that once was is no more. Oh, but goodness me, I had better rejoin the others. You have found the last of the void set. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host. Thank you so much for finding me. I hope the knowledge that I had to share was worthy of our agreement. How did you come to know the Archfiends? My other selves live quite disparate lives, both as mortals and voidsent. I suppose it is rather fortuitous that they cross paths with such powerful voidsent. But more importantly, what they could offer was worthy of our bargain. For that, I am glad. All that remains now is for us to rejoin and become whole again. Huh? Is this not all of me? There can be no other explanation. There's still more of me lost out there somewhere. I don't sense them. Where could they have gone? Maybe there's more of them wandering about by the sisters. At the very least, if what you say is true, they pose no threat to the people. Till the others can be found, we'll keep these 5 under our care. Should I sense the others nearby, I hope we can count on you to find them too. Shadow Pass once more. Ah, if it isn't Mistress Aria. Since last we spoke, we've continued keeping an eye on the Voidson. While creatures have given me no reason to believe that they pose a danger, the rest of them remain at large. My fellows and I have yet to come by any eyewitness information, but their forms being what they are, they cannot have gotten far. Of course, it would make our search easier if they were likewise drawn to Radz-at-Han. Either cells have been telling me about their adventures. Truly, your world is a fascinating place. Your world's fascinating too. So you've enjoyed hearing my tales. I'd be glad to share more with you. Once you've found the rest of me, that is. The others have more knowledge of mighty Voidson, you see. This sensation, could it be? Yes, I feel them. The rest of myself. They're very close now. There's 4 of them, of course, and unless I'm mistaken, they're somewhere in the city. Please, find them for me. I might be whole again. As before, by way of payment, they will tell you about powerful Voidson in my past. The nearest appears to be this way. Perhaps that's a good place to start. The rest of its fellows have appeared in the city, and you had best track them down. Judging by the description, I expect the nearest one is in Dharma. I leave the creatures in your capable hands. Here we go again. You've been looking for me, you say. Sorry for the trouble. I found a place with beautiful water in it. And thought I'd have a rollick, but ended up being washed away. Tried to get back upstream, swimming against the flow, and had managed to come this far when you appeared. But after all that effort, I'd like nothing more than to reunite with other cells. But if you've been promised a tale, then you shall have one. Nothing but small fry. See that morsel there? He fished me up and promptly released me while calling me a hideous slug. I don't know what that was about, but it worked out well enough. Oh, to be out in the open sea and catch something big. Until I get bored out, but use a rod to put up with this tired old fishing rod. I know the feeling too well. Sorry to chase after big fish. I used to be a fisherman too, you see, together with my brother. The Contra Memoria wreaked havoc on the ocean's ether, and nary any fish remained to be caught. Each morning we'd wake up not knowing whether we'd have food to fill our bellies. On a day like so many before, we were waiting in vain for a bite. My brother's face was fixed in a grimace, and I assumed he was cursing the water in his mind. No, he was thinking about something else altogether. When he finally spoke, frustration was plain in his voice. Even if there were fish to catch, is this how I'm going to live out my days, sitting endlessly with a pole in my hand? The dying a slow death and I can't take it anymore. More so than our privation, it was mundane, the unchanging nature of our lives that bothered him. In the next instant he blurted out, "That's it. If there's a war, I'm going to fight too. That way I won't be bored at least." And just like that, he threw aside his rod and set off, right into the thick of the conflict. Damn it. It's over. Who the hells are you? Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. Having exhausted my powers is all but defeated, but now none remain to oppose me here. Perhaps you would consider serving me. You would be well rewarded, of course. I could grant you riches, castles. What is the meaning of this? Weren't you a friend? Friend? I'm just out of some excitement, so come on, give it to me. Yeah, that would be fair. Just put your fist right into a spear. Makes sense. There you are, thank heavens. What were you thinking, taking on Memorius with your bare fists? How strong you may be, you're lucky to be alive. Alive. Yes, I've never felt so alive. Where are you going? No more chasing small fry for me. From now on, I'm going to live for the thrill of battle. I'll seek out those stronger than me, and I'll give them a taste of my fist. Never had I felt so alive as I did, risking life and limb, he said as he strode away, never to return. Sometime afterwards, a rumor reached me of a fearsome warrior, the man who would arrive unannounced on the battlefield, trounce anyone and everyone indiscriminately, before disappearing again. Cagnazzo, he was called, and cursed for a feral dog. That's enough for me to know that my brother still lived. It was only when I became a voidsent that I came to understand my brother. To understand the emptiness he felt in his mundane life. It inspired me to want to break free from my own unchanging existence. Instilled in me a longing for this world. And for all his quirks, he was a good and kind brother, always looking out for me and helping me with my fishing. Like everyone, he must have turned into a voidsent. If he had the chance to come here, I believe he would have found a purpose in life, a proper one. Thanks to you, I could relive those old memories. That I had best go and join my other selves. Be seeing you. Alright, so let's hack a Cagnazzo. Hello there. There's the mirror here too. What a relief. I was taking a sight to the village nearby when I realized I had become separated. So I decided to follow the clamor and head to the city. There are so many immortals here, so many buildings, beautiful buildings. Father, what is this building? This, my boy, is the resting place for the great Radz-at-Han. Centuries ago, he journeyed here from the mainland and helped to end the war between the Matonga tribes, an act which laid the foundation for the nations of Radz-at-Han. So it's thanks to him that we all get along. Ah, a tomb, a place for mortals to remember their dead, a house to mind people from my own past. My mother, who died in Contra Memoria, the ones who laid her to rest. Long, long ago, there lived two powerful mages. It was said that none could match their might, yet they nevertheless continued to hone their skills at their training ground atop a peak called Mount Ordeals. One day, fell fiends began attacking villagers unprovoked. Upon hearing of the grim tidings, the mages came to a resolution. Through years of training, we have mastered our flames. 'Tis time for us to employ them for the salvation of the world. And so it was that the pair descended the mountain and set about vanquishing the fiends. Just that one left. Leave it to me. No, don't! Please don't hurt her. Don't hurt my mother. Your mother? Please save her, I beg you. What do I do? Seems I have no choice. She's turned into a crystal. Said I would save the world, but couldn't even save a single life. The flames were meant to be like the sun. They were meant to protect, to keep warm and light the way. And yet... In his great fury to his failings, the mage's face turned red as a ruby. Thus did the girl choose to call him Rubicante. The mage returned to his mountain, where he buried his comrade. Upon the gravestone he etched the words of admonishment and continued his training alone. One day, when visiting his comrade's grave, he found that a familiar crystal had been left there. Its presence lifted the great weight off his chest. Without words, he told him that the girl was grateful for what he did. That day, he regained something he had lost. Ascending the mountain once more, he embraced embarked upon a journey, determined to use his powers for good. As sad as it is to lose a precious life, it's sadder still, I think, to lose one's purpose. Mount Ordeals has been swallowed up by darkness, and his comrade's grave with it. Wherever Rubicante may be, I like to believe that the little girl still remains in his heart. Well, it is past time I joined the others. It was nice talking to you, mortal. What business does a mortal have with me? The rest of me are safe? Thank goodness. It was worth risking myself to let the others escape. No sooner had we arrived in this world than we were attacked by fearsome creatures of stone. I drew their attention, and after scrambling hither and yon, I managed to get myself to safety. But to so jealously guard treasure, you mortals must truly be fond of it. Lo, there's another place for storing it right there. They say it's mountain after mountain of treasure in there. We just need to find the coffers and they act as portals. Then survive the guardians and deadly fiends. I don't like our chances with just the three of us. Less of us means a bigger share for each. Exactly. What's an adventure without a little danger? Not really sure about this. To unwillingly throw oneself into danger is a strange mortal quirk. Unlike your kind, we voids are quite risk-averse. For instance, we wouldn't think to challenge a stronger being. Except for him, perhaps. Not a fellow who loved fighting for its own sake. His name was Cagnazzo, and there was nothing he feared in his domain. Employing deception, he trapped his foes and drowned them in a bottomless mire. No matter not how strong they were, all fell before him. Yet despite his victories, he never felt truly satisfied, and through a chance meeting, he would learn the reason why. You should repel my attack. You are tougher than expected. To whom do I speak? I am Cagnazzo, and I'll bet that you're the one they say is seeking out the strong. Well, it's battle you want, then you need look no further. Lest you misunderstand, I do not desire a fruitless battle. On the contrary, it would seem that it is you who seek out the strong. Why? When you're hungry, you devour. It doesn't matter who. Your luck ran out when you strolled into my domain. None would so risk themselves simply because of an empty stomach. Nay, my friend, the source of your hunger lies elsewhere. What is this ether so pure and sublime? There's so much of it I'm ripe to burst, and yet I still don't feel satisfied. Do you see? It is not for ether that you thirst, but battle. You'll not quench this thirst with stagnant swamp water. Nay, not save that of a raging torrent will sate you. What do you mean? There is no joy to be had in ensnaring your quarry. For victory to have savor, you must place yourself in the midst of danger. Join me, I shall see to it you never want for dreadful foes to grant you satisfaction. What say you? Why do I feel as though I've been remember something important? Whoever you are, I would know more. And thus did he find a place to belong, upon the fine line of the fides of the devourer and the devoured. If he could do battle with just one worthy foe, he told himself, he would go to his rest forever satisfied. From that day forth, Cagnazzo tirelessly sought out those who might be able to best him, each time hoping for bliss and knowing that, like as not, disappointment ultimately awaited. A yearning so strong, nothing else matters. Do you have such a thing driving you too, mortal? Looking back, it was extremely reckless of me to come to this world, but it has been worth every bit of danger and more. Ah, I can't wait to share my experiences with myself. I'll be on my way now. Thanks for coming to find me. Wow, they can't... Good spot, Rennie. What? I'm calling me, you say? I appreciate my separation anxiety, but I answer to no one, not even myself. I am my own master. I do what I like when I like. I will join the others at my own leisurely pace. Mortals, on the other hand, always seem to be busy at work. Short as your lives are, one would think you spend more time on leisure. You're truly strange creatures. Still running strong, just like the start of the experiment. Oh, by the sisters, betraying the flame is mind-numbing work. Someone has to do it, I suppose, but I just wish it wasn't me. Tending the flame reminds me of a voidson I once knew. Watched over a beacon fire, seeing to it that it remained ever lit. Unlike that mortal, however, he did it of his own volition. Such an act served no practical purpose in our world. Even if night and day existed, we voidsons don't rely upon light. Yet he persisted. Though perplexed by curious ritual, I somehow found myself helping him with it. Rubicante was his name, and he went about his task dutifully. Others mocked him for his meaningless act. But it must have held some manner of meaning to him, and so, when I chanced to find the beacon guttered out, I made certain to let him know. For time out of mind, this routine continued uninterrupted until that fateful day. I see flames dancing in the distance, and who should I find tending it but a mage of considerable might? Which power surely can do more than keep a beacon lit. My flames serve not to smite others, but nor to sate my hunger. Then what purpose do they serve? I cannot say for certain, but to simply behold this flame somehow sets my heart at ease. I see. It would seem you lack the power to comprehend the feelings engraved upon your soul. Such a lack is readily rectified. This warmth, invigorating and comforting. Where have I felt it before? Of course, the sun, that which once shone its light upon creation. Though it would set, never did it fail to rise again. Like the sun, my flames must never die. So that is the way of it. Through your flames you sought to recreate the sun's journey, and to recreate the world as it was before. Who are you? Who could unearth memories buried in the deepest recesses of my heart? It just matters not who I am, but what I seek to do. Join me, together we shall banish the darkness and see that the sun rises again. According to the Mystery Knight, the price to save the world was dear. The inhabitants of the neighboring reality must be sacrificed. To which Rubicante replied, I have sworn to use my powers to save the world. Innocent souls must be consumed by my flames. I shall bear responsibility for the sin. Thus did he choose his path of his own volition, and his spirit lives on in me as an undying flame. World engulfed in darkness had become the norm for me, but since coming here and basking in the sun, I've been reminded of all that we had lost. I understand Rubicante better now. I understand why he was willing to sacrifice all to restore the world to the way it was. To him, it was worth the price. Well, I must say, it felt great to take a squirm down memory lane. With that, I shall now rejoin the others of my own volition, of course. And the last of the void zone. You did it! You found all of me! I trust I upheld my part of the bargain and told you about more and mighty void sent. Those void sent fought fiercely, but they'll fight no more. I punched them out. So you'd already crossed paths with them. Though the tales may not help you in battles ahead, I dare say they gave you something to think upon. As mortals, then voidsent, then archfiends, these troubled souls fought with all their being, and now their fight is over. Well, I myself have only heard the tales from the others. If I'm to make their feelings my own, I need to become whole again, which I can do now, thanks to you. So all of them are accounted for, but by all means, let's have them return to the way they were. Without further ado then, to me, myselves. At last we are whole again. There's nothing we need fear. And that which each of us experienced since coming here, it's as if I had experienced it all for myself. I say it again, but this world is truly a fascinating place. I must see more of it. Yes, I must. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but now that it's whole, I can't help but feel that it's more of a danger. Yeah, with the other sea portal destroyed, there's no way to return it once it came. Whatever should we do now? What's this I see? Oh, it's Voidsent. There's a few of them in that direction. More of my brother made it over. It seems curious, though. This is much farther than I can usually perceive. I assume my vision has improved. Could it be the extra eyes? Could this be the cumulative effect of our experiences here? It can sense its kind from about its distance. Amazing! Such an ability would make the task of tracking down invading Voidsent a breeze. If the creature would agree to assist us in this manner, I'm confident I can convince my superiors to forge a pact with it. Oh ho! If it means I can remain in this world, I'd gladly agree to the arrangement. I can't say how much I'm indebted to you, mortal. Working with this fellow here, I'll find a way to communicate with your kind and make myself useful. Thank you for everything. that's it? That's it? There's nothing else except for the role quest here, which we could do what? We could do 2. Can't do the other 3 yet, though. Somewhere in the world. Well, I guess that wraps up Radz-at-Han. Those trip recommendations. I think I have quests on here, right? Quests. Yeah. All it's on here is that. So, that wraps up Radz-at-Han. So, next up is going to be Garlemald. Yay, Garlemald! Oh god, Garlemald. So this is probably gonna be the same situation as we had to do in Fafnir. I'm gonna have to split, like, camp. I mean, that's really what I had to do so far. And I guess this will just be part of Broken Glass. Because it's really like that. But they've been taking forever. Radz-at-Han's ended up taking forever just because of the void scent of, learning about the, Archfiends. So... yeah... I can't even try that. It's sad. Anyway. Thank you for watching. Next part, like I said, we will probably at least do Camp Broken Glass. I'm guessing it's going to take a video. And we will include the Tapper stand-in with Broken Glass because it's down here. Yeah. So many side quests, man. Ah! Like, I'm pretty sure that's basically how many there were in Radz-at-Han. Maybe a couple more. But it's all in one camp. So, yeah, this is almost certainly going to be a Tertium and Broken Glass video. So, alright. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps with keeping content like this and more. Found links for that in the description below, along with the links to me on social media. Well, thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is RennyMT signing out. I got all my sharp feet. I got to rank 2 here, right? I think I have the movement speed. I'm missing Elpis. Okay. Good to know. I have movement speed for that, right? Did I work at that? Yeah, I did. Okay. And until next time, this is RennyMT signing out. Bye! Hey, totally distracted. What else is new? Bye!